And we
Yo,
are
yo,
live.
what's going
What?
on,
What?
people? I am coming to you live from the shed. Carla's in the penitentiary. Don't ask her what she did. I tried to save her, but people don't want to be saved these days, so you can't really help them. But I still love her nonetheless. Um, when she get out, I might throw a welcome home party. I'll take her to Pioneer Chicken, something like that. But anyway, how's everybody doing? It's good to see y'all out there in podcast land. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is safe. I hope you didn't spend too much money on Christmas because some of y'all still need money to buy that stuff you put in that pipe. But anyway, uh,
Don't start. You already started.
hey, call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. I ain't I ain't mad at y'all for nothing y'all do.
Oh
Praise God.
my God. Help him. Help him. Hello, good people. It's been a while since we have come on together and did our little talk show, but we are at it. It's a few more days left in the year, so why not get it in tonight? Why not get it in tonight and do our year in review? Even though we haven't been on here, does
Right.
not mean things have not been happening that we want to share. Hey, Bree, over there on Facebook, he already cutting up. He already cutting up. If you are watching this live, please share it. If you're catching the replay, please share it. We have an awesome guest tonight that we will be bringing on later on down the line. We are so excited to be here. I
Yes.
hope you guys have not spent too much money, and went in debt for the holiday season. Because trust me, those weren't the real sales. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. So how you been, Mr. Lewis? How is the funeral home industry going?
Everything is going. People are still dying to get in there. So as long as they dying to get in, you know, um, y'all people keep eating your cakes and pies and not running and exercising like you're supposed to. And I promise you, you will see me.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
want you to, but if you're gonna lay down, you might as well lay down with us. Praise God. Praise God.
Hey, Brooklyn. Thank you so much for joining us.
Big brother Brooklyn, what's going on, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. Well, I mean, it's nothing wrong with eating cakes and pies and all that kind of stuff. My daughter, she got her own cookie business, and sometimes somebody got to sample the things. You know what I mean? Somebody got to sample the cookies, or somebody got to take the leftovers. I mean, we should give a lot of leftovers to the homeless, but what about the mom? She got to remember her mom.
Somebody,
You
somebody
know.
gotta, somebody gotta sample them cold tables too. Y'all decide which one y'all want: the cold table or the cookie.
Hey, Tahara, thank you so much for joining us.
So,
Good to see you on here. So as many of you know, me and Rasan have been Mr. Rasan Bukhari Lewis, Mr. Funeral Man. Some call him Mr. Fouché. We have been
as as my man would say at every funeral I saw him at, God rest his soul. Hey man, you still working at Fouché? Yeah, yeah,
R.I.P. Daryl Dorman.
yeah. Calm down, brother. Well, y'all still busy around there? Yeah, everybody in the church looking at you. That's all right. They know what Fouché is.
But we have been friends for a very long time. He has always been who he is. Some people ask me, how do I deal with it? I just deal with it. I mean, sometimes you got to accept people for who they are and what they do.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you got to let it go in one ear and out the other when it comes to that one right there. You got to do that. But we've been friends for a very long time. He's been there for me when I had my stroke. He's been there for me when I was working 16 hours a day. He helped my son get through some of his classes in school, in high school. He would come over and help with that. He's looked after. He's actually sat in with my mother while she was bedridden. He's
Annie,
picked up medication for her.
what they do know that?
He was actually my mother's bodyguard. That's my bodyguard. That's my
Right.
bodyguard.
That's right.
So, um, and
Oh,
yeah,
and you forgot the most important thing while you were working those 16-hour days.
what?
Holding holding something up to the television so you could watch the haves and the have-nots while you were at work.
The iPad. That's
Mm,
right. I was
mm,
not gonna miss
mm.
the episode. He's been
Veronica.
Jaden's babysitter. Even though he don't tell nobody. He let Jaden, he wasn't watching Jaden and he put his cars in the microwave.
No, I
Some
was watching him.
babysitter.
I just saw him open the door. I didn't know he was putting his cars in there. Hot ass cars.
Some babysitter. There was stuff left in the car. I mean, he was a great babysitter though. We appreciate you. And Jaden loves Uncle Rocky.
Yeah. Uncle Rocky.
He
Yep.
loved Uncle Rocky. And
Yep.
then yeah, so and then when we had that scared me. When we had our dog liked him too. So our dog didn't like too many people,
Dude,
but he liked Stewie, R.I.P. Stewie. So
question
we've
for
been
you.
friends a long time. Yes.
Are you Oh, never mind. There's lights on. I was wondering if you was at home or stuck in the Waymo. Um, I mean, shit,
Now you
y'all lights
know.
out over there in San Francisco, and cars just stopping in the middle of the intersection. They not doing. See, when cars get stopped in the middle of, see, let me tell y'all something. This is the difference between the town and the city. In the city, car stops in the middle of the intersection because the lights are out. In the town, when the car stops in the middle of the intersection, it's because you getting your ass out.
Hey Maya.
We gonna pull you out the car. We ain't finna just have the car just stop in the middle and can't nobody get in or get out. Nah, we pulling you out. That's what we do in the town. It's called
Well,
ride share.
Waymos, I don't think will be coming to Oakland. I just can't see a Waymo in Oakland. I cannot see
I
that.
can. I see it getting stolen. Hell, I might be the one doing it, so I'm not
No,
talking
you
about
not. Don't
nobody.
say that. No, you not. No, you ain't stealing no Waymo.
I might.
You got to serve them families. You are not
I can
stealing
serve
no
the
Waymo.
family and still Waymos on the weekend.
Y'all excuse him. But like I said, this has been my friend for a long time. Y'all see what I got to deal with? Y'all see what I got to deal with? Huh? Y'all see that? Y'all
Hey,
see that? Y'all see
yeah.
that?
You know what? It's on me because if I'd have never written you in the prison pen pal program, we never even got started. So my
Oh
fault.
my
So
God.
I don't even blame nobody. I blame me for that. But I was just doing the Lord's work.
Mm.
Praise God.
We have one of my sisters of over 40 years watching us over on YouTube. Hey girl, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining me. So, like I said, he's been my friend for a very long time. We appreciate you for everything that you do, all the rides that you've given your godson. Oh yeah, he's also my son's godfather. Okay, he's also my son's godfather, and we appreciate you for everything that you do
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah,
all of us,
yeah.
everybody. And you know what? I want to publicly thank you for handing out those bags in February 2021. Oh, hey Juan. Thank you so much for joining us.
Publicly handing out those bags.
I
Yes,
wanted to
ma'am.
publicly thank you for handing out those bags in 2021.
Yes,
That's what
ma'am.
friends are for.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
mentioning friends. There's a church that I grew up in, and it's called First Friendship Institutional Baptist Church.
They had churches back then.
You know what? Don't start.
Y'all got there with the courtesy of Fred's 2 feet.
So, anyways, like I was saying, I grew up in this church. It's called First Friendship Institutional Baptist Church. At that time, the pastor was Dr. E.L. Evans. He passed away in 1985. Okay.
Damn, you old.
Anyways, so today we have a special guest that we are going to bring on in just a few seconds. Um, that has done something that is really well, let's just bring them on. Let's just bring them on so we could let's just bring them on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to bring to the stage Mr. Lamar Devante. That is his name. There he is.
What
He
up,
is
peoples?
he is my son. He is now 25 years old, and he has done something. Um, he has created a documentary about the First Friendship Institutional Baptist Church, and I am so proud of him. He had a watch party last week, and so please let us know why you wanted to do this documentary.
It's something I talked about doing for so long and finally had time to do it. So I just locked in and just did it.
Well, I am so proud of you because yes, I do know that you had mentioned it before Bambi got sick.
Right.
And then Bambi got sick. Of course, we wasn't expecting all of this to happen. And then, you know, and then she, of course, she passed away. It's been almost, it'll be 5 years next month.
Wow.
Um, and so of course, you have to take time to do what you got to do. And then, of course, some of the other members just kept passing on, passing on. So you're like, no, mom, I got to get this done. So I am proud of you. Um, and so what is the name of your, production? What you're doing? Please let the people know what you're doing. What's the
Uh,
name of it?
a moment in time.
A moment in time. And so what are your plans with a moment in time?
To help tell the history of churches so future generations can see it.
So basically creating like a digital time capsule, right? Something like that. That's good because that is good to have because like I noticed like with First Friendship and other churches, most of the original pastors have passed on. Hey, Miss Eileen, thank you so much for joining me. A lot of the original pastors have passed on, even with um, your godfather's church. Their pastor is passed on. Right. So when the newer pastors and the newer members start coming in, it's good for them to see, this is how it went. So we are proud of you. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to show us a promotional video of what has been put together. So give me a second to set this up, y'all. All right. So let's take a look at what he's done. If you follow me, some of you probably have already seen it, but we're going to show it again, and then we're going to tell you what's next regarding it. All right. So let's go.
Well, the legacy that First Friendship has is really unmatched. You would have had to been there to experience what it was really like.
It was family oriented. A lot of young families were there, and then we had the older, the grandmothers that were there, and the hospitality and just the genuineness.
We had a lot of fun at that church, a whole lot of fun at that church. So that's what friendship will always be in my memory banks and will always hold a special place in my heart.
Reverend Evans, he was a teacher of God's Word. He's been gone for a long time. He's Mist.
Oh, all right. So let's see. Let's get us back here. All right. So very, very good, son. That is, man, awesome. I am so excited. So, do you want to talk about the release date or you want me to talk about it?
You can talk about it.
All right. So, happening this coming Saturday, the release of the entire documentary will be available online. It will not be right here. We're going to put the link up to where you can go and watch it. Um, if you were a previous member, or I mean, I'll just say to anybody, bring your tissue, especially previous members, bring your tissue because it is a wonderful film. Mr. Rasan Bakari Lewis is narrating. And you have some of the older members and a few current members that are a part of the film. So y'all support Mr. Lamar Devante.
Absolutely.
A moment in time at First Friendship
Absolutely.
will be live on the air this Saturday, and like I said, we will be posting the link Saturday morning before 9 a.m. It's gonna be ready and available for everybody to watch. So share with your friends if you're somebody who's like a pastor at a church or something like that.
A real
Um,
one.
you can't hear. Okay, hold on. Um, if you are a pastor, am I still? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. If you are a pastor or have a church that you want and you want something like this done, that information will be made public as well. But I am so excited for him. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. We don't want to hold you because we know you are a busy man with things to do. Okay, we know you are a busy man with things to do. So we thank you. We are excited for you. You have our support. I cannot wait until this film is released. A moment in time at First Friendship Institutional Baptist Church. That's located here in San Francisco. If you are a church and you're looking for somebody to do something like this for you, reach out to me. I'll connect y'all. His information is going to be available once the film come out as well.
Right.
Um, Miss Lewis, you have anything you'd like to say to your godson?
First thing is go Celtics. Go Celtics.
My God.
Um, but in all seriousness, what you did, young man, was phenomenal because you bridged the gap from the old school to the new school. A lot of us who grew up back in the 70s and 80s, what we had to go on were old pictures or the old bulletins, or if it was a big church anniversary, they made a book, but you weren't looking at anything that you could touch, feel, taste, hear. And in this one, you could do all of that. It was literally like you opened up a can and we all went back to the old days when we were growing up. And we got to see Miss Maddie and Mr. Charles and Mr. Johnson and everything. So it was outstanding. And I look forward to seeing it uh, again and again.
All right. Yes, I'm excited. So thank you, Mr. Lamar Devante, my 25-year-old son. I know I don't look like I got a 25-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Look like
But
a
anyways,
46
God
year
is
old.
good. God is good. God is good. So, yes. Angie over there on YouTube is saying she can't wait to show it to her father. on Saturday. So yes, the link is going to be available for anybody and everybody to watch. I'm excited for you. And we thank God for you.
Good job, brother. Good job. Good job. Go Celtics.
Anything else you want to say?
Go Celtics.
All right,
Go
son.
Celtics. Yes,
All
sir.
right. We'll see
Yes,
you,
sir.
son.
Go
Now
Celtics.
we gonna get back. I'm a put you off the take you off the stage so you don't have to keep getting tortured by your godfather.
But yeah, in all seriousness, everybody, go check it out. It is something that is great. Something you can watch again and again. It won't get old,
Mhm.
and just to see and hear those people who we know have gone before us, alive and well again, in their element at church where they love to be most of the time anyway.
Mhm.
Um, was really it was really uplifting. It was really uplifting, and you also got to see the work that they put in. I mean, we go to church on Sunday, we go to Sunday school, and
You
you
ain't been
see
to Sunday school since you was 12, so
you
stop it.
probably no, probably 10, probably the last time you actually went to church. Uh,
Oh, I know you ain't talking.
you know, hey, I work in a church for all intent and purpose. You know,
I work for the churches, plural. I ensure everybody
and
gets
and
that
when the
gets
Lord
the word of
and when the
God.
Lord
Heaven.
saw you yesterday walking down the street, He said, "Who are you again?"
Oh, okay. All right. All right. You got jokes. You got jokes. You got jokes. Oh, the Lord knows who I am. Trust.
Yeah.
I got a personal relationship with him. Okay?
You know who
Uh-huh.
I've never heard say that? That they have a personal relationship with the Lord. Never heard a Raider fan say that.
Oh my God. Don't start with the Raider fans.
And
Okay.
it's
Leave it.
clear, it's clear that they don't. Because if they
Ooh.
did, they wouldn't be 2-14 every year.
I'm not laughing. I'm not saying nothing. Now my lips are sealed when it comes to football, unless
Hey,
it's college football.
hey, we winning, they not. Y'all shut up and take it.
Leave them alone. Leave them
Maybe,
alone.
maybe, maybe, maybe.
Leave them
What's
and the Cowboy fans alone.
They're gonna be sitting on the couch together watching the playoffs. Well,
Yes,
so
yes,
so here's a
yes.
question. What's been going on with you? What have you been up to?
Just trying to stay well, Mr. Lewis. Just trying to stay well. The doctors say X, Y, and Z, but I just continue to trust God in everything
I got you.
that's you know, and then they try to stick you with this medicine. Like, you know, the medicine makes things worse.
Understood.
I can only say so much on here right now, but we've talked medicine.
Right.
The medicine makes things worse, and they just don't. I don't know, but yeah. So just been maintaining, running my. I'm still trying to do the jewelry business in honor of my mother. Um, I'm trying to figure a way to get more people to support. Support does not always mean spending money.
Right.
Sometimes it just means coming on to the live, sharing the live, coming on and just commenting, just engaging. But I had some people, they rather not, I don't know. So, anyways, just trying to figure out how to make that better. I have Miss C's Blings, the apparel edition, where I do t-shirts and hoodies and all that. And then I make little doodads like magnets and coasters and all that type of stuff. So yeah, I'm just doing that, and I'm still trying to. Hey, Christy, I'm still trying to. I still help a few churches
Okay.
with media. A few years ago it was a lot of churches, but now it's this many, and I'm still grateful for those who will allow me to help them. And it's just amazing how you can give up all of your time um, and energy to help people And then when you see those same people on the street that you've helped, or in passing, or at a funeral, or what have you, and they don't say nothing to you, it's like, oh, okay. So I'm just learning to focus more on me, my family, my health,
Right.
this business. I've been hoping that my body would get, a little bit better, because I would love to get back into like kind of working, even if it's part time. But unfortunately, I can't even do that right now. So, just staying focused, doing my podcast. Um, I do From the Pen of a Caregiver. I actually just put out a podcast not too long ago, um, that talks about what did she say? Oh, um, I put out a podcast not too long ago that talked about 8 years, because it's been 8 years since I've been terminated from my job, and so I just kind of talked about that, where I am, and how what it has shown me, and all that kind of stuff. So go check it out. It's on my YouTube page. C Anderson is my YouTube um, channel. Go over there and listen to it and check it out. And then I just been trying to encourage my friends who are caregivers now.
Right. Right.
I spend time trying to talk to them, praying. I pray for all caregivers every day, because that's one of the hardest jobs to do.
It is.
So if you're watching and you are a caregiver, make sure you take care of yourself. Don't be like me and not take care of yourself. I didn't take care of myself when I was taking care of my mother, and this is the end result. This is where I'm at now. So, and I'm just trying to reverse a few things. I got diagnosed with diabetes. I'm trying to reverse that, and I'm this close. I'm this close. My last test results were very, very good. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to read. People think you can reverse stuff. You just got to do the right thing. And so that's what I've been doing. Just working on my health, um, encouraging my daughter with her cookie business, encouraging my son with the filming, the documentaries and things that he's doing, and just trying to stay on the up and up, trying to stay positive in a negative world.
I can dig it. One thing I
Yeah.
do want to say, um, for the people who are worrying about the fact that others don't seem to care about them, uh, care about yourself first. If you care about you, there are people who care about you regardless, but care about yourself. Take care of yourself. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks, because if you die, that's it. You are the only person that matters as it pertains to yourself. Don't matter if your
Mhm.
mama cares, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your husband, your boyfriend, both of them, your girlfriend, your wife, whoever. You care about you. If you are going through something, talk to somebody.
Mhm.
If you know that you need to lose weight, don't wait for somebody to go walking with you or to eat with you. Go do it, because you owe it to yourself. And that's the biggest thing that we overlook. We worry about what everybody else is looking at or what they might think of us. Don't concern yourself with that. Just do it for yourself. If you do it for yourself, A, you'll feel better in the end, and B, you'll be more motivated to continue doing it and maybe help somebody else. And that's another thing. Just because people don't tell you they're watching you doesn't mean that they're not watching you. There are people who want to see you fail, but then there are people who want to see you succeed. And they're
Yes.
going to copy the same thing you do. You
Yep.
are a beacon of light. You don't always
Mhm.
have to be a bad example. Just go do what you do the right thing. There are people who are watching, and they'll follow you.
That's right. I totally agree. I totally agree. Mentioning people watching, it just sometimes it amazes me, and I'm gonna get off my little soapbox. It just amazes me how people I know that I grew up with, or what have you, um, some are family members. They clap for everybody else.
Oh
They
yeah.
clap for everybody else. They share videos of people getting beat up. They share videos of whatever. But when it comes to you, they just like, wow, okay. So I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning. Like I've
Like,
learned so much in 2025. There was people I was close to, like family. Like
mhm.
you wouldn't you we were so close, you actually thought we were family who just, and I'm just like, so I sent them all benediction text messages. I did. I did. I sent them all benediction text messages. I love everybody. But what I'm not going to do is be disrespected, and I'm not going to be mistreated. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to be used. You ain't going to use me. Oh, no. You're not going to do that. Nope. Them days are over. So,
Shout
yeah.
out to all you fake ass bastards out there. Shout out to all of you. Just continue to be who you are. We see you. We see you. We we see you. And what I'm getting
Mhm.
ready to say may sound real cold. It's not going to include any profanity, but
Thank you.
when they when your family makes, and you won't know this, by the way, to you fake ass people I'm talking to, but when your family makes 300 programs and they only give away 50, that's why. That's why. People saw you. Everybody's not going to tell you that you phony or fake. They see you and they move away from you because you started hanging with a crowd that really isn't you. You start chasing something that you probably shouldn't be chasing, or you might have been chasing that man. I mean, what you always been chasing, and it's finally come to the light. So we see you, we see you. You people walking down the street that are fake, we see you. You
Yeah.
fake friends, we see you. You fake men, we see you. Fake women, we see you. Um,
Yeah.
and when I say a fake man or a fake woman, I'm not talking about what you like or don't like. I'm talking
Right.
about who you are, the
Right.
street that you actually live on. There are people
Mhm.
that have known you all your life, and it doesn't matter if it's been 20 years. They know who you are because they were with you when you grew up.
Mhm.
You know, you
Mhm.
you were this way all the time, and now all of a sudden you're different. And we ain't mad at you, but we see you.
Mhm.
So you can keep moving, keep
Mhm.
doing the things that you do. It's
Mhm.
all right. But again, we see you. You know,
Yep.
when people get sick and they go to the hospital and you don't come visit them, you don't think we notice? We see you.
That
You know,
part.
when somebody's mama needs prayer and you're supposed to be a pastor and you don't show up and that's your church member, we see you. We see you.
Yep.
Just know, just know we see you. It's just like Mary J said many years ago, I'm not gonna cry.
Mhm.
We just see you and let you move, and it's
Mhm.
good. Just don't
Mhm.
come knocking on my door 15 years later talking about, oh, what happened? You know damn well what happened.
That's right. Hey, sister. Yeah, you right. You right. You
You
right.
know what
It's
happened. Just stay where you are, and we good.
yeah. And then another thing that I noticed in 22, I mean, it's something I'm sure that's been going on, but because of some things that have happened to people who are near and dear and close to my heart, I don't like it when something happens, like if somebody gets into some type of trouble and people are poking fun and spreading rumors and lying and doing all that extra stuff.
Mm-mm.
You got to remember, when you point your finger like this at somebody, guess what? You see what's facing back at you? You
Bunch of
got
fingers
these
pointing back.
pointing back at you. Quit pointing the finger at people.
Um,
Quit pointing the finger at people. Quit laughing when somebody gets into trouble. Quit laughing. It's not funny, because guess what? You did the same thing. You just didn't get caught, or nobody haven't exposed you yet. So be careful, because exposure is very, very real, and I'm very serious about it. I have I have been on this earth. It'll be 55 years next week. A
Damn,
week from tomorrow, I'll be 55 years old. Um I can, if I wanted to, right now, I could expose a lot of things and a lot of people. But guess what? I'm not going to do it because you know what? God saw you. God saw you when you did it. God saw when you sent it, and God saw when you said it. So guess what? At some point, Carla don't have to expose you. It's gonna come out. Mama used to always say, "What's done in the dark is gonna come to the light."
Yeah.
So
And
people
and
got to be careful. And it's sad. It's sad because a lot of the people are right there within the church.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's why it's so important for every child of God to have your own personal relationship and not depend off of or go off of what you see in church because that will mess you up. And I'm trying to keep the words right. It will mess you up
Yeah, it
if
will.
you go off of
Yeah,
what you see in church.
it
Have
will.
your own personal relationship with God because if you go off of what you see in church, it's going to mess you up and you ain't going to never want to return again. So have your personal relationship with God. Yeah, do that. Have it because church folks who attend church, they will mess you up if you let them. If you let them, they will, they will, they will, they will make you catch a case if you let them. So I just had to say that. I just had to say that
Yeah,
because I am at the point of my life. I have seen death right before my very. I actually have died and came back. I
yeah.
flatlined and came back. And I am not playing. I'm too old for that. I'm not playing with nobody, and I'm not playing with nothing.
That's
So
exactly why OJ did what he did because he was gonna make sure Nicole didn't come back.
you
Oh,
know
OJ
what?
didn't do it. Never mind.
I'm
Never
mad
mind.
at you right now.
Never mind. OJ
I
didn't
am
do that.
I am so mad at you. R.I.P. Leave Orenthal alone. Okay, stop it. Be nice. He's not here to defend himself, and neither is Uncle Johnny here to defend him anymore. So
Yeah, Uncle Johnny
be
ain't.
cool. Be
Yeah,
cool.
but you're right.
Uncle
You're
Johnny
right.
ain't here.
You gotta be careful about how you move. If you're around church folks, and you know, you ladies, don't get too close to these pastors. They might steal your husband. But anyway, um, oh, I didn't say that out loud. My bad. My bad.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Ooh, I'm trying to hold it together.
some
Y'all don't
steal
say
money. Some steal money out your purse. Some will steal your purse.
that. I'm not finna play with you. I'm not finna play with you.
Call a spade a
I'm
spade.
not finna play with you. And I hope this is 2020. This is the end of 2025, y'all. If you going into 2026 and you do not have life insurance, we gonna move on. And you do not have life
You
insurance,
need it.
please get life
You
insurance.
need it.
It
Mm-mm.
does not cost a lot. Now, I don't think she's on my live. She didn't know I was going to say any of this, but there's a wonderful lady whom I follow on social media. Her name is Sheila Tyson.
Yep.
Look her up. Look up Sheila Tyson. She
Yep.
talks about life insurance. Get Look her up. If you don't have life insurance, get life insurance. It's very important. I have seen so many GoFundMe's this year. I've had so many people ask me to donate to their
Yep.
GoFundMe, and I'm just
Yep.
like, you went to a concert, you went to y'all done been to this person, the person that passed away. I'm just giving an example. I ain't gonna say their name. They have passed on. They have they used to go to concerts. They used to travel all the time. They used to do all this wonderful stuff. And then when they passed away, the family got to go fund me. I'm like, they done went to stuff I couldn't even go to. And now
Mm.
you want me to give my money that I don't have to help with a burial or a funeral? No, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't mean no harm.
Right. And to pick up on that, ladies and gentlemen, when you do get life insurance, specifically as it pertains to um, for a burial, if you're putting it aside, if you don't want to get a pre-need, but you just get a life insurance policy, you can name anybody to be a beneficiary. You don't have to get your oldest or your youngest or your favorite sister or your favorite brother or your favorite cousin. You can get your best friend. I mean, anybody you know who is responsible that will do what it is you want done. If you don't want to go to the funeral home and you don't want to get a pre-need, which would help, but you just want to get insurance, get a beneficiary you trust. So, in case something happens to you, whatever it is you want to do, you have the money there already, but you know this person will do exactly what it is you say. And no, they don't have to. Um, they don't have to be your not your POA, but they don't have to have an advanced healthcare directive necessarily. But if they're the one that has the money and they're the one who can sign for it,
Mm-hmm.
people are going to lean on them and say, well, you got that insurance policy. Okay, well, this is what we're going to do because this is what they wanted. But it is imperative that you get your stuff in order. We don't know the hour or the day. And
We
so, if
don't.
you don't know that,
Mm-hmm.
just be prepared. It makes it a whole lot easier. It takes all the guessing out of it. People can't fight over money that's not theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't trust the system, and when I say the system, the people around you, then go get a pre-need.
Mm-hmm.
Go get a pre-need. Make the uh, make the funeral home the beneficiary. Then you don't have to worry about that. You can do everything. You can put everything in writing. You pass away, family calls and says, "Oh, we want to go with ABC Funeral Home because Mama had a policy there." We pull that out the drawer. We look at it. Yep, she did have a policy. It's paid for. They might have to pay for death certificates or some taxes. Nothing serious. It's literally done. It is done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Heed this warning and just get it done. You do.
That's
You pay to go to concerts. You put money away to go on cruises in 2028.
right. Right. And you might not even live to see
No,
2028.
people be like, "Hey, what you doing in 2028?" Nigga, it's 2025. It's December. I'm trying to get to tomorrow. I don't know what the hell I'm going to be in 2028. Shit, you might not even be here in 2028. You keep eating Breeze cookies, which are great, by the way. Um, shout out to
Don't,
Breeze cookies.
don't.
And
My ain't nothing wrong with my daughter's cookies. Now
no,
we,
it's not. It's not that there's anything wrong with them, but if you keep eating them, you gonna need life insurance.
you know what?
Them
That wasn't nice.
snickerdoodles, and all that stuff. She be cooking. You know, that's
That's
probably
why
what
you got
happened.
to exercise. That's why you got to
That's
exercise.
probably what happened with their Waymos on Saturday. They was eating her cookies, and they got sluggish and just stopped.
No, they didn't. Hey, her cookies are good, and
Oh, they're
I can't
great.
wait until she launches some additional cookies. I won't tell the secret right now. I'll let her be the one to bring it out when she's ready. But she got some, her cookies is slamming. If
Hey,
you follow me on Instagram, go look at the stories because she does minis now, and she did a platter. All her cookies were minis, and they were laid out on a platter, I guess, for someone's event for the holidays.
wow.
She does an excellent job, and her presentation is superb.
Well,
And
keep it
I'm
up.
not just saying that because she's my daughter. I'm saying that because it's right. Because
Right.
if it wasn't right, I would tell her. I wouldn't let her put it out there.
Well, keep it up. Keep it up, Bree. Keep doing what you're doing. And yeah, folks, go get some life insurance. It doesn't cost that much.
Yeah.
Um, you don't have to speak to your brother from Colonial Penn. I know y'all be calling looking for him. He really does work for Colonial Penn, but you're not gonna speak to him. But
And
yeah,
it doesn't cost a lot. Life
no,
insurance does
it doesn't.
not cost a lot, especially if you have children. I started off with Gerber back in 1993 when my daughter was born, and I've been with Gerber since. If you are a part of a credit unions offer life insurance. If you are a part of AAA offers life insurance. Just check it out. And like I mentioned, if you're on Facebook, check out Sheila Tyson. I follow her on Facebook. She's always advertising about life insurance. It's very important. I don't care how many times me and Mr. Rasan Bakari Lewis come on live. We're gonna always talk about life insurance.
Absolutely.
Another thing we're gonna always talk about is them doggone obituaries and what y'all been putting in them obituaries. Now, I will say, um, people are getting a little bit better with the right kind of pictures to put in an obituary, but sometimes I'm just like, what in the heavens is going on. And like you always say, Mr. Lewis, you're gonna have your turn to be
Yeah.
on an obituary. So honor the person who has passed away instead of Lil Pookie and them on their big wheels and
Right.
Tamika in her swimsuits and
Right.
all that. No, that's Big Mama. She was the mother of the church. Y'all shouldn't be showing your cleavage in Big Mama picture. It's about Big Mama, not you showing your cleavage.
Right.
I actually took somebody's picture. I removed the picture out. I'm not even gonna lie. I removed the picture out one time. The girl, she was just showing too much, and I'm like, no, this is not going in your Big Mama's obituary. It's not. I'm not doing it. There's no room for it.
Right.
That's what I
And
said.
and folks, while you have the obituaries and the like, if you are having, regardless of whether or not you have the service at a funeral home or at a church, if you have somebody who is a minister, pastor, bishop, reverend doctor, etc., doing a eulogy, please, please, please take care of them. It doesn't have to be much, but you need to take care of them. Doesn't matter if that was grandmama's pastor, doesn't matter who it is. Just take care of them. It's the right thing to do, especially if you are in their church, using their electricity, you want to use their hall, and you're gonna be there for a while. Just take care of them.
Yeah.
Just put it on the contract at the funeral home. We cut them a check, but take care of them. It's the right thing to do. It really is. You hear me laugh and joke about some of these pastors, but there are a lot of good pastors out there who care, and they will do whatever they can um, for their loved ones or their family or whomever. And that might be a pastor who you don't have a church home, and something he said moved you, and you end up joining their church.
Mm-hmm.
Just take care of them. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
the right thing to do. They'll appreciate it, and you will too.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I totally agree. Um, but one thing that I do notice at funerals, I don't know if it happens at any of the funerals you do at your place of work or some of the funerals you've been on. But one thing I don't understand is when it's the parting view, right? The funeral home gets up and clearly says, "Don't talk to the family," whatever, and you got that one or two who will go over there and think you weren't talking to them. And then the other thing that bothers me is you've already viewed, the family hasn't viewed yet, but y'all have there's 30,000 conversations going on
Right.
and the
Right.
family hasn't viewed yet. That is so annoying to me. I kind of want to be I wish I could be just a funeral usher, like where I can go usher at all funerals and make sure everybody is quiet after you get out or you sit down and shut up and watch the family go up in view instead of having all this. I hate that. That really really bothers me. Like, why do people do that? Like,
They
that don't
go to
make sense.
visit, and they forget, and we make announcements. One of the things that I have noticed, and it's a little bit easier, is when we are doing a live stream,
Hmm.
and I can remind the family even before we open the casket, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep in mind that we are doing a live stream. There are people, excuse me, who are watching us. Let's maintain a certain amount of professionalism and courtesy, because we are still in a service,
Hmm.
you know, and we still have to, even if we're ending the service there, we are still in service.
Hmm.
Be
Yeah.
mindful of that. Be quiet. And because the thing is, I get that that's your great auntie, but if that was your mama, you wouldn't want anybody talking like that. You
Right.
get mad, and then they wonder why somebody done clicked on it. Well, it's like their daddy is laying in that casket, and you up here tee hee heeing like we at a party,
Yeah, I
and we're
think that
not.
is rude. That is so rude to me. I'll be wanting to say, everybody sit down and shut up. That's what I'd be wanting to say. That's just too much because in the past when I've done services at the funeral home here in San Francisco, as soon as everybody's, they viewing, So what I end up having to do is I had learned to mute the service. Like I turn the audio off and play my own funeral music while the family and stuff is still viewing because
Mhm.
there's so many conversations. It's like,
Right. Right.
golly. And I'll be turning around looking like y'all, you know, y'all. And then you have that big dummy that'll come stand right in front of the camera. Like, I'll be like, excuse me, move out the way. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. Move out the way.
It's
Making me
just
mad, boy. You
it's
have no idea.
you know
You have
we
no idea.
we we kind of we just we either excited to see somebody or we just forget where we are. But you have to be, just like the funeral home needs to be mindful of where they are at all times. The family needs to be mindful. Hey, service is still going on. We're we are still viewing. There are family members who have not yet viewed. Give them the same respect you would want during that time.
That's right. But I got a question. So I've been in the business. Well, I was in the business for a long time. Probably before. I don't know. How long? What did you start?
1995.
Okay. See, and I started in 96. So now, um, oh, see, I'm getting old. I done lost my train of thought.
Getting,
I forgot what I wanted to ask.
getting.
What did I want to ask? Oh, Lord, help me. Help me, Lord.
I know it had to do with the funeral business.
Yeah, it has to do with the funeral business. Oh, yes. So when you guys drop the body off at the church, you're doing a church service.
Mhm.
When you guys bring the body in, you set the body up, put the flowers out. What do you think is the next proper thing to do? The funeral homes. What As far as the funeral home staff, what do you think is the next proper thing for them to do? Should they leave and go to the store, to the donut shop? I mean, the service hasn't started yet. The family's
No,
not there.
no, you are still supposed to be present. If there are three of you on the service and the chapel has been set up, meaning the flowers and the casket, then you should go back outside. And when I say outside, to the vestibule. Maybe somebody is setting up the book. After the book is set up, after you are completely set up, then everybody not everybody should be seen. Somebody should be at that front in the vestibule. So that when people walk in, they're seen.
Mhm.
Technically, there's supposed to be somebody at the foot of the casket. So now
Mhm.
you have somebody outside, you have somebody inside. People can
Mhm.
view, but the person at the casket is making sure that there's not being anything slipped in there. Nobody's being touched if they're not supposed to be. And then you have the director. The director is supposed to be, if he doesn't know the pastor, you go in there and introduce yourself to the pastor. If you have a honorarium for the pastor, you give the pastor uh, their honorarium. And if you haven't met the pastor, you go over the ground rules, find out what the rules are of the church.
That's right. Mhm.
Do you want us to pass? Or you know what? I see you have 15 ushers. Do you want now, generally speaking, we will say that we will take over the passing part, but we will incorporate the ushers like, okay, we're gonna view from or we're gonna start on this right side here. Would you be so kind as to walk next to me on this side and block this side so that we get this side out first? But there's supposed to be things you're doing.
Mhm.
You don't set it up and leave.
Mhm.
This is not a jump for fun where you set the damn thing up and then you take off and say, okay, I'll be back in a couple of hours. You
Yeah.
are supposed to be present. The other thing that you should do before you even go in the church, if you've never been in the church, go find out where the restrooms are.
Mhm.
Most people who go to a funeral, especially when they get there early, they're not coming from around the corner.
Right.
Coming from Fairfield, Stockton, Sacramento, the
Mhm.
Valley, etc.
Mhm.
And the
Mhm.
first thing they want to do is they want to use the bathroom. You
Mhm.
don't point and say it's over there or I don't know where it is. You get there, you go find out where it is.
It's down there and turn to the
Right.
left and go straight.
You find out where it is and then you tell them, hey, it's down this hallway. I mean, like Allen Temple. You imagine somebody coming in the front door and you tell them, "Oh, just go to the right. It's over here." That's a long hallway. If you're not paying attention in Allen Temple, you'll walk right past those bathrooms.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
you show them where the bathroom is. But we should always be present. When somebody walks in the church, they need to know who is part of the staff. Because the
Right.
ushers may not even be there yet.
Right. Right. Right.
Most of the ushers, they 672 and they sitting in the back.
Nobody wants to usher anymore. I grew up as a nobody wants to usher in church
Do
anymore.
you
No,
know why nobody wants to usher
young,
in church
no
anymore?
young people are.
Because the old ushers are still alive. All the ushers you grew up with at First Friendship are still sitting in the back. If you open the doors of this church right now, they sitting in the back right now. And they'll still take Reverend Evans just finished preaching.
Don't be leading people alone.
They still there. You go to them old churches, them ushers ain't died. Them ushers went in the closet and they come out and they have church at night.
You have no sense.
I'm telling you, go to one of them old churches and see if you don't hear. Go to Reverend Cobb's over there in Harmony right now
Give me
preaching.
your gum. Give me
Right.
that gum.
Reverend Cobb up there preaching right now. Sue Banks over there playing.
Put it on there. Put it on there right now. Put it on there.
Young man, give me your gum and sit down back here. And they still sitting there. People think they took him to Evergreen or the Rolling Hills or out there in Coleman. They still sitting in them churches. They still
funny.
there.
You funny.
Sister Usher Ethel Mae Jackson is 367 years old now. She's still in the back of that church.
I can't stand you.
Got arthritis in her hair and she's still ushering.
I can't stand you right now. I really can't. Mentioning churches. So what is your take on outreach in the church? Outreach. How important as a member? I'll ask like this, and I can ask you because we talk. Okay. As a member of a church, how important is outreach to you?
Outreach is insanely important because it is, in addition to reaching souls, you are literally advertising your church. Mm-hmm. That was the part of street witnessing. Mm-hmm. It was like the stronger your street witnessing crew was, the more it was like the more, for lack of a better term, tantalizing your church was. Because it's like, wait a minute, they got 13 foot soldiers out here on a Saturday morning. And it's not like, no disrespect to like Jehovah's Witnesses, but it's like, okay, they're out here literally street witnessing. But in addition to street witnessing, it was also the food pantries and things of that nature. You made people want to come to your church and visit because you are out there literally in the streets. So it's huge. And I understand that because of COVID and some other things, we've gotten away from it. But it's no different than communities saying, whether it's Oakland, San Francisco, Orinda, you hear a lot of people saying they wish police officers, or you wish police departments were big enough to where you could have police officers on foot like they used to. They feel like it would be safer or better in some ways because they could get to know the community.
Right.
Well, it's the same thing with the church. That's how you got to know the community. Right. We know this pastor because this pastor was always out there. That's why you had 755 pastors in capes at pastor service over there at Allen Temple.
Yes.
Because everybody knew him. He wasn't just Allen Temple's pastor. He was a pastor of the streets, of the community, etc. He didn't just build Allen Temple Arms and all that. He was out there.
Yeah.
Allen Temple was out there.
Yeah.
Hell, Allen Temple had a baseball team that I used to play against at Greenman Field, Oakland Bay Roof. Allen Temple had a baseball team.
Wow.
Whether you went to the church or not, you knew about Allen Temple. They were in the community.
Yeah.
it is huge.
Yeah.
And again, we have other things now. You have social media and the like, but there is nothing that beats being out there in the community.
Right. Yeah. It hurts my heart to see churches that are always just stuck within the four walls and that's it.
Yeah, you,
That just hurts my heart because that's not how I grew up. We did street witnessing. I remember going into um we went into OC projects, we went into Page Street projects, we went into Hayes Valley with one of our, I think it was our second pastor. We used to go out street witnessing right before revival, invite people to church, pray with people. Um Under Reverend Evans, we did clothes giveaway, food giveaway, not just during Thanksgiving and Christmas. We did it year round. We always took care of the community, went to the convalescent homes, and stuff like that. And it just kind of saddens my heart now to see a lot of the churches that are just not doing anything. They're just open on Sunday and that's it. Just open on Sunday. We here on Sunday. Okay. We might open up for a midweek Bible study or something. But other than that, what are you doing? What
well,
are you doing for
if,
the community?
if you remember a couple of years ago, we went to a Sunday night service at Olivet. Bishop Macklin was there. And remember, Bishop Macklin talked
Yes.
about how when he went to the city
Yes.
council in Hayward, they was
Uh-huh.
like, you're not going to be able to turn for Sellies around. You might as well give that up. Keep your church where it is and don't worry about Sellies. You're not going to be able to buy up that property. You're not going to change that street around because those cats out there, they sell drugs. They do what they do. You go around to Glad Tidings now and you go down that street and it looks like a totally different street because it is.
Mm-hmm.
They own the apartment buildings. They have a parking garage. I mean, a parking lot down there. The
Mm-hmm.
church damn near stretched to the freeway. It's damn near by St. Rose now. Um,
Wow.
but, but I mean, if he had listened to what they said,
The naysayers.
if he had not been out there in the community,
Yeah.
nothing would have happened.
Right.
I mean, it seems like every time you go over there, they have a new something. I mean, it's huge. It's that whole block. They have a parking lot behind the church, and they got another parking lot across the street. They got
Wow.
another parking lot down the street. It's it's
Wow.
it's insane, but it's beautiful to see.
Yeah.
But if he had just said, "Okay, we're going to open up on Sundays," you know, but the other flip side of that is some of these pastors want these mega churches or they want these churches where they don't have to have a full-time job. But if that's the case, if you want to grow it into that, then you got to put in the work.
Yeah. That's
You can't
right.
work at AT&T during the week and then just be like, okay, I'm open up on Sunday, but I want my church to grow. It's you gotta it's got to go both ways.
Yeah.
And
I mean, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying if you build it, they will come, but put the work in.
Put the
'Cause
work in.
those
Yep.
Reverend Evans, my pastor, Pastor Davis, and so many others,
Yeah.
Reverend J.L. Richards, and the list goes on and on. They didn't
Yeah.
have social media.
No. No.
They didn't have social media.
No.
Social media
No
was,
cell phones, none of
oh,
that.
hell no. Reverend Anderson was like, hey, come here.
Shh, they had the rotary phone. Shh,
Right,
shh.
right. Come to come to my church. Go to Jesse's church. Go to J.L. Richards' church. But you went to
Yeah.
church.
You went to church. Yep. And if stuff was going on in the church, you didn't know about it. You know what I
No,
mean?
no.
Because growing up, we didn't know half this. I didn't learn about half the stuff that was going on in church. I was grown and I overheard my mom and her
Right,
friends talking about it. I was like, what? That's
right.
so Deacon such and such is really the father. What? We didn't know that. But now in church, you know everything. Guess what? Because sometimes, and I'm not saying all, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but sometimes some pastors get up and they get behind the pulpit and they say things that they shouldn't say. You know, they they say, like, if I go and talk to you in confidentiality, if you're my pastor, Mr. Lewis, and I come talk to you Sister Carla to Pastor Lewis, and then on Sunday you get up. Yeah, one of my members, she came and she talked to me, and she said that she's struggling with prostitution. Like, dang, why would he get up? So I know that you're talking about me because I just told you that this is what I'm struggling. I ain't struggling with prostitution, y'all. I don't,
If
you
I'm
know,
your pastor, you might need to be a prostitute because you I don't know where you're gonna end up. You might be better off being a prostitute. He might let you in. I don't know if you're gonna get in if I'm your pastor. I don't
I
know.
don't see you as a pastor. I was just using that as an example.
Yeah, you shouldn't,
Okay.
because I don't see me as a pastor either.
Never,
I got
never.
I
You're
got
not qualified.
I got anal glaucoma when it comes to me being a pastor.
You're not qualified.
You know,
But
you know, you know what anal glaucoma is, don't you? I
I
can't
know
see
what it is.
I can't see my ass getting in that pulpit. So
You are
mm,
so crazy.
uh,
But yeah, so I mean sometimes that's one of the things that people do. And I call it being a pulpit bully. You know what
mhm,
I mean? Some people are pulpit bullies. It's like, oh, I'm gonna say this on Sunday morning while I got the mic, but then if you try to call them on their phone, they ain't gonna answer. You
right.
text them, they ain't gonna respond. You see them, they pass you up. But when they get up on Sunday morning, it's they big Billy bad, you know what?
Mhm.
So, I just, I pray for everybody. I hope that all people, everybody that's watching this video or that will come and watch this video, I'll say it again. I said a little while ago. Make sure you have a personal relationship with God,
Yeah.
because if you do not, what you see will mess you up. I
Yeah.
promise you, it
And
will mess you up and you will not want to return into a building because it's just a building. You
and
know what I'm
and
saying? It's just
and
a
and to,
building.
and to some of you, if
Hey,
if
Pastor
you
Evan.
do if you do have, and I'm speaking to you brothers and sisters out there, if you do have a good shepherd of the house,
Reverend Dr. Lewis
treat
and David Evans.
treat him or her with the respect that they're due.
Yes.
Because every
Yes.
church, I don't care what they tell you, it's just like churches are just like marriages. Everybody has a good marriage until you find out they don't, and there's always been some ish going on, but they didn't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Some people mistreat their spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Some spouses mistreat their spouse, but some people mistreat their spouse. Some churches mistreat their pastor. If
That's right.
you have a good shepherd and
Yes.
you know that you
Yes.
have a good shepherd,
Yes.
stop starting shit and respect him or her, because all they're doing is trying to get you
Ooh-wee.
to follow God. That's all. That's all.
Yes. Yes.
Cut the shit and stop acting like, oh, this, they're not doing that. They're good. Let them be good. Let them be good and let them help you. Now, if they
Yes.
ain't about nothing, to Carla's point, don't smear their name all over the place. Just leave. You can show
Yeah.
them better. You can tell them.
Yeah.
They can preach to an empty house if they so choose. They're not gonna want to, but if the congregation leaves, then okay, it's something they're doing wrong, and whatever happens happens. But if you have a good pastor, please treat him or her well,
Yep.
because they're hard to find.
Yeah.
And to some of you pastors out there, you need to know the difference between a church that wants to grow and somebody that just wants you in the pulpit. If they just want you in the pulpit and that's what you want, fine, y'all will get along well. But if you are into actually growing a church, or getting people the word, or giving people the word, and they don't want direction, they just want you to get up and preach, then that's probably not the church for you. But both
Right.
of y'all need to know that and understand that.
Right.
You know, just
Right.
just just because she looks good does not mean she'll be a good wife. And just because he's handsome does not mean he's gonna be a good husband. He could be worth two dead
Ooh-wee.
flies.
Yeah. And if you are, I mean, just in general, not just a pastor, but in general, since you said what you said, do your homework before you
Yeah.
start dating. Find out what happened in that past marriage, that past relationship.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
did she leave because her husband did something so horrible? Because I hear people say, "Oh, well, I'm not with him anymore because I've outgrown him." Outgrown him, for better, for worse, for rich, for poor, in sickness and health. But I know a lot of people who leave their spouses because their spouses get sick. Hmm.
Yes.
My mother was, and my mother wasn't perfect. Don't nobody's perfect on this earth. But what I saw my mother do, even though she was much younger than her husband, because my mama like older men. Okay, my daddy was much older. Her
Me
last
too,
husband was
girl.
much older. Shut up, fool. So the way I saw my mother take care of her husband,
Hmm.
that was a real to death do us part
Yeah.
because he was sick. He was sick. She didn't go looking for another man. I never seen her bring another man while he was sick. I seen him have a heart attack when he got diagnosed with the cancer, and they said, "Oh, he only gonna live another 3 months," and the man lived years. But she took care of him. She did not walk away from him because he was
Right.
sick.
Right.
You know what I mean? Um, well, somebody's on here looking probably said, "Well, Carly used to be married." Yeah, I was married. And I got divorced too. But you can't be with somebody who has what I call zipper malfunctions. I just that's just not me. That's not who I wanted to be married to. So um and I'm not trying to beat up on married people that's divorced and all that. Everybody has their reason for divorce. I'm not saying don't get a divorce because I think I stayed longer than I should have because of my kids. And
Right.
that's another big mistake
Right.
that people do too. You stay for the kids when it's actually harming the kids because they see what happened. Kids are smart, they pay attention.
Right. Absolutely.
They hear the arguing, you know, and all that good stuff. So just be careful when you're meeting somebody. Um, do your homework. If you need a background check done, holla at your girl. I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
Ha,
Yeah.
holla at your girl.
Let's
I
see.
could I could I could find out some things. I could
Right.
and my cousin Rhonda, she's on here. We work good together. I don't even know why we uh didn't get into the PI business because
Y'all was
we
too
do
busy
great.
making hot dogs. Me and Rhonda was too busy making hot dogs
Hot dogs on people cars.
and putting flags on
But
people's cars.
anyway, so I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen,
Mhm.
because I have more guy friends than I have female friends. Do your homework.
Yep.
Okay. Do your homework on people because it's scary out there right now. And some people be like, "Oh, why you not married? You should get married again." No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
There is one thing
Absolutely not. I can
I want
find
to touch on.
out.
It's 6 words, and I hear people say this often, and that needs to stop. Um, and it's more so it's relationship and marriage. Um, I didn't sign up for this. Stop
Mhm,
telling me what you didn't sign up for.
mhm,
Um, I'm a diehard sports fan. Celtics, A's before they moved, 49ers. I'll use the 49ers for example. Now, every July, we come to training camp. Everybody's all excited because it's a
mhm,
new season. Either they
mhm,
drafted somebody, they signed a free agent, guys are healthy again, you're ready to go. If Nick Bosa tears his ACL and Fred Warner breaks his ankle, which happened, you signed up for that because you are a fan. If you
mhm.
walk away, you are not a fan.
That's right.
If your husband gets sick and his pen won't write anymore, uh, and you know what I'm talking about. Uh, if, if if your wife gets sick and I don't care if you're in your 20s or 30s and she can't have kids and this is what you guys had planned, You signed up for that shit. If you leave, you foul.
Yep.
Period.
Yep. Yep.
You don't have to put up with BS, but if they get sick, if they get injured, if
Mm-hmm.
if they're debilitated, if their
Mm-hmm.
body composition changes because of an illness, if they can't see anymore, if they can't pee without you, if you got to wipe day behind, you signed up for that.
Yep. That's right.
You leave, you foul.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Don't tell me what you didn't sign up for.
Yep. That's
Hell,
right.
people didn't sign up for headaches. People didn't sign up for their car not starting tomorrow. People didn't sign up for their kid being in St. Jude or all the commercials that we see. They didn't sign up for that shit either. But they didn't
No.
leave their kid. You don't see them leaving their kid at Shriners.
Nope. Nope.
You signed up for it by virtue of the fact that you took that responsibility. Period.
You took the vow to God first. You made a vow to
Right.
God first. And that's what I used to tell people. They're like, oh, your husband cheating on you. Why you won't cheat on him? No, I made a vow to God first before I made a vow to him.
Right.
Okay. So that's why, yeah. But anyways, that's a whole nother show.
No. And
But
that's
you
and that's and that's
first.
that's that's in friendship too. You signed up for that. They get sick, you signed up for that. I don't want to see you in the hospital. I don't want to see people dead, but I got to look at them, especially if I know them when they passed away.
Yeah.
I still owe it to their family to
Yeah.
assist them.
Yeah. That's
You
right.
owe it to your best friend to be there. You owe it to whomever.
Yeah.
You owe it.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
you signed up for that.
Yep.
Period.
Even now, I heard a pastor say this before and it blew me away. It blew me away. This is what they said to me when my mother passed away. Well, I'm sorry you haven't heard from me. I didn't know what to say to you. You're a pastor. My
You didn't
mother
know what to
passed
say.
away and you don't know what to say to me. And you're a pastor. My mother has passed away. I'm mourning, but you don't know what to say to me. So that's why you haven't heard from me because I don't know what to say to you. Interesting. You
Don't.
accepted the call, right? God equips you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when that person said that to me, I was just like, wow. I mean, gee, are you real? I mean, I can't question nobody's calling, but that really blew me away. And so I'm just like, wow.
Well,
And then, yeah.
did they talk to you before Bammy passed?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yep.
so if you knew what to say to me when I was going through it,
Yep.
I'm still going through it. It's
Yep.
just another step.
Yep.
No, she's not here physically,
Mhm.
but it doesn't like you told somebody, and there's like, oh, you need to let me take you out.
Get your mind off of your
yeah,
mama passing.
you're right, but she's still gone. Or even when she was sick, it's like I still got to go back to this house. You could take me to crustaceans. I still got to come back to this house and change her. Or I risk coming in the house and she doesn't know who I am.
Oh, let's not talk about that
So
one.
if you talk to me then, you should be able to talk to me
Yeah.
once you passed.
Yeah.
Even if it's a word of encouragement, say, hey, I know you're going through it right now, but I want you to know I'm really proud of you for what you did for your mother. And I want you to know that if she was in her right mind when you were doing what you were doing, she would have been proud of you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me you don't know what to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's kind of sad. It was
You
kind of sad.
that's horrible. You shouldn't even admit that.
Yep. Well, they did. They had to
Because then the question is, well, what do you say to a family when it's your congregation?
Well, I mean, this particular person, when they have to, I've seen them do a eulogy before, and they actually just preached a sermon like it's Sunday morning. It was nothing to encourage the family because the purpose of a eulogy or words of comfort supposed to say something to comfort the. It's not about you, so they made the eulogy be about, or the words of comfort be about them. So of course, I'm side eyeing like,
So they
okay,
preach a Sunday morning sermon.
a Sunday morning sermon. Yep.
Big Brother Brooklyn, people be stealing your sermons. You better start putting them online. People stealing them and use them at funerals.
And then I think another thing that's, let me look at the time. Ooh, my watch is doing some weird stuff. Um
7:20. It's probably child time in the child hall.
so so another thing that I honestly, and I'm not trying to beat up on no church, nobody, no nothing. I'm only speaking from my experience. Do better at, I think, the church as a whole, and I'm not going to put it on the pastor, because the pastor's job is to equip the saints for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Christ. So we can't always put everything on the pastor, but it would be good if, I think I'll just say it like this. I think all churches should have some type of bereavement ministry,
Absolutely.
so that
Absolutely.
when people pass away, the dedicated church member won't feel like the church has forgotten about them, because nobody has sent a card,
Absolutely.
nobody has sent a flower, nobody has sent a
Absolutely.
resolution, stuff like that. Now, I ain't shooting shots.
No, no, no.
Uh, I might be throwing a rock or two right now, but I'm just saying it's very important. A bereavement ministry, some type of care ministry for families when they are taking care of their loved one,
Mm-hmm.
so that I won't feel like I
Mm-hmm.
felt when I was taking care of my mother.
Right.
There was only one person um who actually came to the house um to see my mother, and I'm still grateful for her to this day, even though she don't talk to me. And that was really it. And then you had some people that would call and send cards or whatever. But I just feel like there should be some type of care ministry that reaches out to the families. Hey, do you need something? Like, it for us, it was COVID time. So, send us a case of water, put a case of water on the stairs,
Right.
do something, send a flower. Don't wait until the person is dead and then send a flower to the church. That means nothing. And a withered one at that. That means nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you're right.
so I just think, and the churches, the ministry, the people who have asked me to help them with certain things at their churches, it is my goal to try to help them incorporate that type of stuff within their ministries, because Missy Productions, we just don't do video stuff.
Right.
Missy Productions is switching more over to a ministry type thing, where we want to help other churches and ministries do things that's going to help people. So here we go once again, talking about the outreach. It's about the outreach. So helping members, because one of the saddest things, I think, is a longtime member passing away. And just because uh Mother Rachel Scott haven't been to church in 10 years because she's homebound or she's bedridden, she can't have the funeral here. Y'all can't have the funeral here because she ain't been to church in this amount of time and we ain't seen none of y'all. She can't have the church, but she was a longtime member of the church. So
Right.
that part, I just, it kind of like ruffles my feathers when I hear of people telling me, oh, yeah, my grandmother, she was a member of this church for 30 years, but she hasn't been there in the last 10 years because she can't walk. And they said my grandmother can't come to the church because we didn't send her offering into the church.
That's foul. Yeah, that's foul.
I just, that kind of bothers me. I don't know if it's because um, I'm ministry minded over everything, or I mean, hell, maybe the church got a policy saying that. Maybe it's in their bylaws. If you haven't done X, Y, and Z, then no, you can't have a funeral. I don't know, because every church is different. I ain't trying to beat up on no pastors. I don't want y'all going around saying Sister Carla was. No, I ain't saying nobody name. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just going off of stuff, information that I received from close friends of mine who no longer attend church, or they barely got their pinky toe in the church because of certain things like that. Their foundation is not as strong as mine. You could do X, Y, and Z to me, and I'm gonna laugh at you and keep going because I laugh at everything. Even during the sad times, me and my kids, we laugh at everything. Okay. Everybody's not built like that. Everybody can't make a joke out of everything. Some people take that stuff,
I can.
to the heart. Oh yeah, you joke about everything. How you doing? How you doing? You make a joke out of everything. Your coat getting caught on people's tracks and stuff in their hair.
Hey,
Almost.
she had a bad track in her head.
So I'm just saying, but on a serious note, though, I'm just hoping going forward that things would get better for people as a whole
Right.
in the church, outside the
Absolutely.
church.
Absolutely.
Maybe if the people outside the church could see the people inside the church getting better or getting along better, or probably not in the same little, things that, because I get a lot of information and I see a lot of things myself on social media because I don't go nowhere. I see it on social media and I'd be like, dang, you was there? Wow. What? And then so I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that because like my man used to say, who are me to judge? I'm not judging nobody. I'm just saying
I'm delivered.
I'm just
I've been
saying what I'm
delivered.
saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. And I be trying to help my young people. I call them my young people, um, young ladies and young men that I used to mentor back in the day, that will not step foot. They will not step foot in church at all now because of, and I'm like, personal relationship. Get your personal. It's
Right.
more than one church. There's other churches around, and no, and always remember that there is no perfect church because we are not a perfect people. So
Correct.
nothing's ever going to be perfect. However, there's just some things that shouldn't happen. That be happening, and yeah, I just hope it gets better for, well, here on out. I mean, we got a few days left in 2025. We got a few days left in 2025. So hopefully stepping into 2026, things will change. And I'm personally going to make it my business to try to encourage churches to start bereavement ministries and even special needs ministry. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Special needs ministry is very important because you have to know how to deal with families who have children and grown children, adult children who have special needs. You can't talk about this child because they have an iPad on Sundays. You don't know why that kid got an iPad and headphones on. You know what I mean? You don't know why that kid is screaming. Don't say that kid is bad just because they screaming and falling out.
No, they
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's because I was looking at a video of a lady and it literally made me cry because she went to church. She hadn't been to church in a long time. She has a special needs daughter. They told her when she walked in the church, well, you got to sit way back here because your child is just too loud. We heard your child in the vestibule. We can't put you up here. You got to sit back here. And she was like, but I can't see like really good from far away. I want to sit closer. They was like, no. So she said, forget it. And she left. She said, I will never go to church ever again. And that hurt me because I'm like, you don't know why this child is this way. But I did see on Instagram a church that has their own, how you go to a church and they got children's church?
Yep.
They have a church just for the special needs during regular service. And
Yes.
man, that is the best thing. That is the best thing. And I'm not saying it because, um, but we got
No,
to do better.
we
We have to do better.
do. We
Like,
do.
and I'm going to make it my business to make sure that as part of Miss C Productions Ministry
Yeah.
Incorporated, that I'm gonna help. I'm gonna, even if I have to write up a thing and say, hey, this, you should incorporate this into your ministry. You should do this. I'm just going off of what I see, what people talk to me about, and just And whoever want to listen, whoever want to be a part, whoever, whatever, if you want to do it, do it. If not, then whatever. Then that's on you.
That would be great because I mean, Allen Temple does a great job with their bereavement
Mm-hmm.
counseling, for their families.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, and I'm generalizing here, especially as it pertains to us.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has been to a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has sat in that first row. Everybody's been in that second row,
Mm-hmm.
third, all the way to the back
Mm-hmm.
on the family side. Everybody has not been in that room and sat at that table.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a difference.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
right.
yeah, you can bring me grandmama's obituary, but you still don't know how to put a service together. There are a lot of families that come in, they don't even know the order of service.
Mm-hmm.
They are asking me as if it is a tall task. And when I say it, when I read it back to them or say it to them as if I am reciting a grocery list, they're looking at me like, wow. It's like, well, no, because I do this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There are kind of, I mean, you can tweak certain things, but there are standard orders of service.
Right.
These are things that you can teach at the church so
Yes.
people know,
Yes. Yes.
you know,
Yes.
instead of just saying, well, go to the funeral home and go get a pre-need, or just go talk to this person when, mama's probably going to be here for another week. No, no, no. Teach classes.
Yes.
Teach them what to say.
Yep.
Teach them what to look for. Teach them,
Yeah.
okay, you have this, you have this, you have this, you have this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you're planning a funeral, even when somebody passes away, psychologically, they're still here because they are still above ground.
Mm-hmm.
You know that they've passed, but you're doing things for them. You're getting their clothes. If they're a man, you're getting their hair cut. If they're a woman, you're getting their hair done. You got to get lipstick. You have to get undergarments. You're still doing things for them.
Mm-hmm.
It is not until that casket drops, they put in a wall, or I come back to you in a couple of days with an urn and some necklaces and some keepsakes, where it's like, oh damn, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
What about life now? That's where the bereavement counseling comes in.
That's right. Yep.
It's
Yep.
not so much about the funeral, because during the funeral you're grieving, but it's not grief because you're like, I can't believe I'm sitting here.
Right.
Yeah, you crying, but you're still like, I can't believe I'm sitting here.
Right.
This is surreal.
Right.
I'm looking at my mama, I'm looking at my dad, brother, sister, son, daughter in this casket. This is surreal.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody went home now.
Yep.
Everybody goes back. Everybody else has to go on with the rest of their life. They got to go back to work too.
Yep.
They'll call you, but they're not around the corner anymore.
Right.
They're not at home two suites right over here.
They may
They
or
are
may not call you.
right. They may or may not call you. So what do I do after
Yeah.
that? That's
Yeah.
where this bereavement counseling kicks
Yeah.
in. This
Yep.
is why you have this.
Yep. Very important. It's
You need a
very
bereavement
important.
ministry.
Yes. Very
You know,
important.
it's. I was listening to a podcast uh, with Steve Harvey, and this brother, it's Ryan Clark and two former football players called the Pivot. One of them lost his father recently, and he was asking Steve Harvey, because Steve Harvey has lost his father, and he said, "My dad has been gone 23 years," or
Mm.
something to that effect. He said, "Man," he said, "I remember being at a restaurant. My dad had been dead 3 years, and for whatever reason, it dawned on me that it was Tuesday."
Mm.
And he was like, it was the third anniversary of my dad dying or whatever. And he said, I just broke down crying. He
Mm-hmm.
said, sometimes I'm at a light and I
Mm-hmm.
might just break down crying because something will cross my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But you need that.
Yeah.
You need that counseling.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose your damn mind, because grief will kill you.
Right.
Grief
And
will kill
yeah,
you.
I agree. And I think the best people to be a part of a ministry is someone who has dealt with it and are okay with helping, because they, like when my mom passed away, they had the grief people calling me. It was some guy calling me all the time. And so I just asked him, I said, "Hey, is your mom still alive?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, my mom, she lives in whatever he said." And I was like, oh, "Okay, well, I don't need to talk to you no more. Because ain't nothing you could tell me. I'm sorry. I may have been wrong.
No,
There's nothing you can tell me." Because
no.
he's like, "Oh," because he would call and be like, "Oh, is there a good memory you like to share?" I'm like, "No." "Well, how do you feel?" "Well, I'm sad. It's only been a week. I'm sad." "Oh, well, let's talk about a good memory." Like, and I'm like, "No, I just said I don't want to talk about that." So he wasn't to me, he wasn't well equipped to deal with with me because you can't, like, I talked to a lot of my friends who lost their moms recently, like over the past couple of years.
Mhm.
I could talk to them. We could have a conversation. I can encourage them because yes, it hurts me that my mother is not here. It's gonna be 5 years next month, but I can relate. You know what I mean? If you can't
Right.
relate with me, hey, you can't tell me. Like I had somebody tell me, "Oh, you need to stop all that grieving. You or stop all that we crying. You know, your mother lived a good life. She would want you to do." I said, "Well, how you know what my mama would want me to do?" My mother gave me instructions, yes, before she stopped talking, before she took that long sleep. Yeah, she told me what to do. But that's my mother. That's my girl. So the biggest mistake anybody could ever tell me is how to grieve. Don't tell me how to grieve
Yeah, you
because
can't.
we gonna fight and I'm gonna say some words that I'm
Yeah,
probably gonna regret.
you,
Don't tell me
you,
not to cry.
you
Don't tell me
can't,
how I should
you can't do that.
feel.
You can't do that.
Don't, because we it's gonna be a problem.
You
Like
can't.
serious.
No.
Sister Carla gonna be gone.
As as
Don't do that.
a funeral professional, when I'm sitting across the table from somebody who has lost a parent, I am really cautious about what I say because the
Mm-hmm.
fact of the matter is, whether your mother is or father, whether your parent is in the back, as we say,
Mm-hmm.
or in the casket, um, in one of the repose rooms, or in the chapel. The fact of
Mm-hmm.
the matter is, when I walk out of that building, I can call my mother's phone.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not she answers is irrelevant because
Mm-hmm.
in a few minutes or even in an hour, she
Mm-hmm.
will call back.
Yes.
You
Mm-hmm.
don't sit across from somebody when you have your mama at home or your daddy. Well, I understand what you're going through.
Mm-mm.
No,
That's
you don't.
no, you don't.
Don't tell somebody, oh, I understand. How
Mm-mm.
can you?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You don't know how you will feel. Some of you
Mm-hmm.
mother fathers don't even like your mama now.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell you gonna tell me you understand how somebody else feels? You don't like
Mm-hmm.
your daddy. You waiting for him to go so you can get some little rinky dink insurance money or their
Mm.
house to sell
Mm.
it.
Mm.
You don't care. So you gotta be careful. It's just like I tell people at the funeral home when folks call, unless you know who is calling, unless you have a rapport with that person, do not answer the phone and say good morning, good afternoon.
Yep.
You don't.
Yeah.
Because when they flash back, well, what's so good about it? My mama died, and that's why I'm calling. You just messed that up
Right. That part.
because they don't want to hear nothing now. They
That
don't want to hear
part.
nothing from you.
That part.
You
That
can
part.
you can have empathy, but there are levels to this.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I tell people all the time. I'm 48 years old. I have had my mother now 31 years longer than she had hers.
Mm-hmm.
She was getting ready to be a senior in high school.
Mm.
God forbid, but if she passes away right now, it's not the same as when her mom passed away.
Right.
Not the same. I'm 48
Mm-hmm.
years old. I can't go back 31 years and be like, well, I know how she felt. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
I don't need a life lesson now.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was talking about she was talking the other day about how when she was in class during her senior year, she heard some of the girls, and they weren't saying it to her, but they were talking about how, oh, mama is taking me to go get a prom dress this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
She said she had to kind of tune out to not cry.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when don't
Yeah.
tell people what they're going through when
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah. Yep.
And And while we're on the subject, stop telling people their mama's in a better place or their daddy is in a better place. They don't want to hear that. They just don't. They
Mm,
don't. They don't
yep.
want to hear that their mama or their daddy is in a better place. That's cliche-ish, and I'll say it since y'all won't. That's some bullshit. My mama's
Yeah.
dead right now. She might be ascending. He might be ascending, but that's not a word of comfort right
No.
now.
No. No.
Because Hawaii is a better place.
Okay.
Shit, her sitting on her couch upright when I can talk to her or him is a better place. Don't tell
Mm,
me they're in a better place, and then you got to drive me to the cemetery so I can look at a headstone.
right.
That's not a better place.
Hmm.
It just isn't. I know you mean well, but it's not a better place.
Yep. They
Stop
people
saying
be trying. People be trying. They really do be trying. And I think more people should, I don't know if there's classes that people could take, or maybe we need to just, maybe me, you and Rhonda need to sit down and write up a do's and a don't thing, and see what we can because we know the do's and the don'ts.
that. Well, we'll write it because Rhonda can't read. But love you, Rhonda.
But I mean, I just think there could be more. There should be more. Is because there's a lot of
Absolutely.
hurting people out
It
there,
is.
like
It is.
especially during the holiday season.
It is.
Like I'm really hoping that me and Rhonda can get this thing together for Mother's Day. We've been talking about it for the last couple of years, and I'm really hoping that we can like make this happen, um because certain holidays trigger things like, okay, it's getting ready to be Christmas. This is going to be some people's first Christmas without their parent, their kid, their grandma, their loved one, period.
Yep.
It's going to be hard.
Yep.
This is going to be, it's been a few years for me with my mom, and it's been a lot of years my dad. People think I was a mama's girl. No, I was a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
I've always been a daddy's girl, and my dad just happened to pass right after I graduated from high school. So I haven't had my dad since 1990. My dad died in 90. I graduated 89. My dad died in the beginning of 90.
Two.
So I haven't had him all these
Right.
years.
Right.
So it's hard. Father's Day, it sucks. Rhonda just put in the comments, this is going to be her first Christmas without her dad. Rhonda was a daddy's girl. She was very close to her
Right.
father. So there should be something in place. Now I'm about to be pissed because there should be something in place through ministry that's there for her. You know what I mean? And I know it's not, but there should be something there for her.
Right.
It should have been.
Right.
And it's just sad. So
You mentioned something about Father's Day. I'm gonna say this. I don't give a damn who gets mad about it. Y'all hoes, stop saying Happy Father's Day to other women. You ain't nobody's goddamn daddy. You
hey,
ain't never been a daddy.
Watch it.
You won't ever be a daddy.
Watch
You ain't
it.
no Mac daddy. You ain't no pimp daddy. You ain't no slim daddy. I don't give a damn if you got a mustache, a beard, hair under your arms. You are not a daddy. Stop. You are a single mother. We appreciate the hell out of you. I'm sorry he walked out on you. Hell, you might be him because both y'all got beards. But anyway, you are not a father. Stop that. Because there are young ladies out there who have lost their father and they miss their father, and you don't look like their father. You are a single mother. We love you, but you are not a father. And you're going to run up on the wrong one, and it's going to be a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what he said. You
You are
right.
not a daddy. You ain't no daddy, no father, no nothing. Just a single mother. And we love you.
You're right. You're right about that. And mentioning single daddy, you're doing an awesome job there, Mr. Lewis.
Hey, I'm trying to, between, the ones that are upright and the ones that are on E14. Hey,
You know what? See, this is what I'm talking about. He makes a joke out of
some of the kids from the 90s who I couldn't take care of, hey,
He's so crazy. He's so crazy.
it wasn't my fault. Wasn't
Yeah.
my fault. But
But I'm
eh,
hoping that everything just starts moving in a
right,
positive direction because I mean, if you turn on the news every day, it's always something negative, right? You
yeah,
go to work, it's something negative, right? In your family, it's something negative,
right.
right? When you go into the house of the Lord on Sundays,
Shouldn't
it
be negative.
should be something positive, but it's
You
always
should.
something negative. When you are surrounded by negativity, what happens?
It's
Okay.
negative. It's just
Yeah.
it follows you. It permeates.
And it just drains you. Nobody wants to be around negativity all
No,
the time. So
nope.
it's time to do positive stuff to help each other, to support each other, especially in a time of need, especially when you lose a loved one, stuff like that. You know, I'm gonna give a good example. I Well, I ain't gonna say that. I'll just talk about this past weekend. I live in San Francisco. Okay. The lights went out in San Francisco. All right. Only three people. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. Only three people, and two of the people don't even live in California, reached out to say, "Hey, I know you live in San Francisco. You okay?" But all these other people that live around here, I ain't hear from nobody. Y'all didn't know. Y'all don't know if I was okay. Y'all don't know if I was stuck in a Waymo, even though I'll never get in
Yeah,
another Waymo ever again.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But we got to do better at checking on one another.
We do.
I mean, I do a lot. I check on, especially those people that I know that were caregivers for their parents and their parents
Yeah,
passed away. Um, I know I check on people who are caregivers now.
yeah,
I check on them. Um, but people, I'm not saying those people have to check on me, but sometimes the person that's doing all the checking never get checked on. And it can become draining sometimes.
right.
You feel some kind of way. So what I've learned to do is just pray, and I just, you know, like they say, step back and take your hands off. That's what I've
Right,
learned to do, you
right.
know. And I just hope it gets better for 2026 and moving forward. I just hope it gets better for not just for me and my family, but for your family and everybody's family that's watching or that will watch this live video. And if you guys came on late, I'm gonna say this one more time. My son's documentary about First Friendship Institutional Baptist Church will be aired, will be available this Saturday. So the
Mhm.
link will be posted on my page. Please, please support him. Okay, we have a question on here. Who checks on the checker when they've gone silent? That's
Big
good.
Lori, how you doing, girl? Tell Bip I said hey.
Yep. That's a good question, Miss Laura. You are absolutely correct.
Who checks on the checker when the check? And
Yeah.
it's funny because it's almost like they're the ones who nobody has checked on, and then we get that call that they're either in the hospital or
Mhm.
unfortunately they passed away.
Yep.
And they didn't pass away last night. They
Yep.
passed away on Sunday.
Yep.
And it's damn Wednesday.
Yep.
And everybody, oh, I thought you checked on them.
Yep. Yep.
Technology is great in that you can send somebody a text message and get a reply back almost instantaneously.
Yep. No excuse.
But you need to send a text message if somebody that it's like police say, when somebody ends up murdered or missing, and they ask these families like,
When was the
well,
last time you
when's the last time? Well, it's been 3 weeks, and they're looking like, the hell? And as police officers, they can't say what the hell, but it's like, why? It's almost like why all of a sudden do you care now?
Mhm. Yeah.
If you talk to somebody regularly and you
Yeah.
haven't heard from them in a couple of days,
You're gonna be
hey,
like my cousin. She be like, my cousin Rhonda, she be like, Carla. She be texting me.
yeah,
She'll text it out, Carla, if you
yeah,
don't answer my call, if you don't respond to me, I'm pulling up. I'm gonna come look for you, you know. That's what we do. That's
I
how it's supposed to be.
I
I
used
mean,
to.
Yeah.
I used to tell some families, especially when I worked at Witted, when I was closing out of service, I used to tell people to check on the family, but I would tell the family, you heard me tell these people to check on you. I want you to answer some of those cards, some of those, those calls, text messages, etc. I said, because they really do care about you. And then I made a joke out of it and I said, hey, you know us. If we send messages and we don't hear from you, we will show up at your house unannounced. So if you don't
Mhm.
want somebody showing up at your house unannounced, answer
Mhm.
those calls,
Mhm.
text messages, etc.
Mhm.
It's okay not to be okay,
Mhm.
but understand that somebody cares about you and they're checking on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you do need to check on the person that's always checking on you.
Yeah.
You got a person that is always going to call you every other morning and say, hey, you know what? When they call you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you call them on Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just say, hey, you good? That's all. I just want to hear your voice.
Yeah.
I don't need to bother you. I just want to make sure you're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And click, I'll holler at you tomorrow.
It goes a long ways. It goes a text message goes my this is my best friend right here. He texts me every morning. Every freaking morning I wake up, there's gonna be a text message. If I don't have a text message on my phone, guess what? I'm calling him. Like, you good? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nelson.
Yep.
He's way out in a whole nother county.
Yep.
He's gonna check on me every day. How's my grandson? How
Yeah.
you doing? You okay? And if I don't hear from Brooklyn, I'm hitting him up like, "Hey, you good? I ain't heard from you. Like, what's up?" Or I could go on, his Facebook and he'll, do his little post and then he hashtag I am a praiser. And I'm like, okay, he all right. Just sometimes people get busy, yes,
Yeah.
but it's good to have a system. So if something goes wrong, or because a lot of people, I notice a lot of people and a lot of us are now committing suicide. And I don't get that. They're taking their own lives. So, and it's because I think sometimes they feel like are forgotten about, like nobody
Yeah.
cares.
Yeah.
But I think if we spent more time checking on people and not being so judgmental and all the there goes such and such, she did this and he did that, and but no, because we all got to pass. We all got to pass. I ain't gonna tell you mine, and I don't want to know yours, but we all got to pass. We've all done something. So stop being judgmental. Reach out to these people, check on them, make sure they all right. Yeah, that's the type of stuff we got to do. We got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better, because even with our children now, or grandchildren, or whatever, younger kids, because bullying is very big in schools now. And unfortunately, a lot of schools don't do anything about bullying. I learned that when my son was being bullied when he was in school. It was a
Yeah.
big difference from when my daughter was in school. It was a big difference from when I was in school. Because back in the day, you would sit down with the family that's bullying and y'all would hash things out. They don't do that no more.
Yeah. Well, the other part is, and all of us on this podcast can relate to this. Um, First of all, we didn't have cell phones and
Mm-hmm.
we didn't have social media.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all know good and hell well wasn't nobody calling your mama house to try to talk crazy to you. Because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times we couldn't answer the phone.
Nope. Nope.
You called talking crazy to Carla and Miss Christine answered the phone and you ain't gonna say nothing crazy to her.
Yes. What did you
So it got thwarted.
say? Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
right, but they used to sit down with the families and say, hey,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
now if I want to if I want to bully if I want to bully June, I can text him.
Yeah.
If I want to bully Bree, I can text her.
Yeah.
If she doesn't tell you, you don't know about it.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
and as parents, you need to know your kid too.
Have a conversation and don't think your child is perfect. Cause
No,
them little I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. Them little girls is something else. Them little girls is something else going after these older men and all that type of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Got
yeah.
these little girls is something else. That's all I
Yeah.
see it. I see it when I'm these little girls is something else. I'm just gonna say it at that. And they don't look like little girls anymore. They look like grown women.
But they'll hell they've been doing it since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
My 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 dad saw my mom walking down the street and she told him she was like 18 and she was 15 or something. But back then it was, again, you didn't have social media. She wasn't dressed scantily clad and all this.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's a trip because they don't do certain things now in the schools.
Yeah.
Um, these kids have access to certain things. They can.
Hmm.
I mean, I'd never envisioned kids bullying you at school and then be able to bully you at home. And you're right, kids are often themselves, and
It's
it's a
sad.
horrible thing. It
It's
is. It's
sad.
sad.
It's sad.
And for you adults, and you can tell your kids the same thing. Listen, it's okay not to be okay. Just recognize the fact that you're not okay and get help.
Yep. Yep.
You're
Yep.
not, don't be ashamed of being bullied.
Yeah.
Uh, do something to try to stop it. So that, and if you need to tell your parents, that's what we're here for.
Or you could call Auntie Carla because I could blend in with the kids. I look young. I could blend in with the kids. Call Auntie Carla. Carla on the case. Auntie Carla, here she comes. I'm gonna tell y'all, when my son was getting bullied, I stood outside because the school
She
wouldn't
sure
do
did.
nothing. I
She sure
stood
did.
outside the schoolyard because I said, "Show me in the yearbook what these children look like." I stood outside. I got off work early that day. I stood outside the schoolyard with some shades on, and I snapped pictures of all them children.
Okay, Frank.
I snapped pictures of all them children. And I sent a message to the vice principal and the principal and his counselor. And I said, listen, if y'all don't do nothing about it, it's a whole group of kids in Acorns that's willing to come. Because I had put it on social media. My son is being bullied, school ain't doing nothing about it. And everybody, all Pookie and them was saying, oh, what we need to do, Auntie,
Yeah,
Mama, what we need to do. And so when I said he got a group of cousins from Acorn in Oakland that's gonna come, then the next thing you know, the vice principal is calling me. Oh, I'm gonna have a talk with the parents. Okay, y'all better do something
yeah.
because if you don't, there's gonna be a problem.
And sometimes those parents don't know. We all the fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree. Sometimes those parents don't know. They
Hmm.
don't know that their kids over there bullying people because everybody doesn't check their kids' phones. You
Bree
know.
said, call her, she'll show up.
Mm,
Yeah, you
but
know, but it's just it's kind of saddening. Some parents be so busy working
right,
that they don't
right.
sit down and have a conversation with their children. Sister, he said,
No, no, don't call Auntie Van. Don't, don't call Auntie Van. Do not call Auntie Van. I'm telling y'all. Listen, y'all. That's my auntie. Don't call Auntie Van. Don't you do it.
I remember the story she told us when we was doing that funeral together.
Hey, and look, and look, look. If you do call Auntie Van and Auntie Van shows up,
Ooh-wee.
I'm just telling y'all this. Somebody gonna owe her lunch. You gonna have to buy her lunch. She's not
Ooh-wee.
expensive, but you're gonna have to buy her some lunch. You Popeyes, a nice sandwich. You're gonna have to buy her something.
Look at
But Auntie
Rhonda.
Van gonna put in some work.
Rhonda say call her too. See, that's what I'm saying. Because these parents sometimes be so busy and they just don't know what's going on with their kids. Like, I know my kids thought I was probably strict or mean or
Mhm.
whatever, but I was just like, who was that? Who's that?
Yeah.
Oh, and now that they grown, I'm like, who is that? Oh, well, what's their first and last name? What's their license plate number? Because I'm off the background to see who is this? Who your family? That's what my mom used to say. Who's that? Who they family? What church they go to? When I was growing up. But now I'm just saying on a serious note, the parents that work hard, I mean, hey, you have to work to survive. I get that.
Right.
But
Right.
at some point, that's I gave up my Kaiser job. I was on call at Kaiser and I was working my regular job that I had. I gave up my Kaiser job because I wanted to make sure I was there for my son when he started high school because he had a
Right.
horrible experience in middle school.
Right.
Sometimes you have to make the sacrifice to ensure that your child is safe.
Right.
And I'm going to leave that at that.
So now let me ask you a question, and we can kind of end it on this. Uh, what are three things that you were thankful for or are thankful for that happened in 2025?
Three things that I am thankful for. Well, I am thankful that I will be turning 55 in 25. I'm thankful for that. If God,
AARP, I'll let your boy.
I did have my AARP since I was 50. Thank you. Actually, 49 and a half. I got my
Mm-hmm.
AARP card. Thank
I got one now,
you.
player.
Ooh, you getting up there. I'm thankful for all of the people who support all things Miss C. Okay. Anything Miss C. MIZZC. I'm thankful for all the people who support the jewelry side, the t-shirt side, the media side, anything Miss C. I'm grateful for everybody who supports, even if they just come on, even if they just share, even if you just buy a $3 earring. I'm grateful for you. Thank you so much. I am grateful for my family, my children, my grandchildren. And I'm thankful for you, my sister, my aunt, my fam. I'm just thankful for everybody who is always encouraging me and praying for me. I'm grateful for my church, um, for still entrusting me to um, do their ministry. You know what I mean? And for God just giving me strength, even though sometimes I can't get out the bed, it breaks my heart when I'm in pain. But I'm thank God for just allowing me to open my eyes, be in my right mind, and for protecting me.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I'm very grateful. Because not to have or not to know um how you're going to pay your bills,
Right.
how you're going to get your groceries. I haven't had a steady paycheck in 8 years. In 8 years. So I literally live on faith.
Right.
I skate on faith, I coast on faith, weekly, daily, monthly, hourly, by the minute, by the second, and I'm grateful for that. I'm really grateful. You guys have no idea. Y'all see me, I'm smiling. I take my little selfies and crack my little jokes and all that. But at some point, I was scared. But I have faith, and I believe that God is going to turn things around in this 8th year. Eighth is it means new beginning in in the spiritual eye, new beginnings. So this is my 8th year of not knowing where my next meal is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
New beginnings. That's what my podcast is about. Go check it out. It's on my YouTube channel.
I
Go
sure will.
check it out. It's on this page, on my Facebook page too. It was an uploaded video a few weeks ago. Go check it out.
Wonderful.
I believe God. I believe God. I
Wonderful.
believe God. I
Wonderful.
believe God. Yes. So, but I'm grateful for everybody who came on tonight, who supported us. We have not been on in a very long time.
Right. Right.
Mr. Lewis, he just be working his tail off. I'd be like, go home. What? You still at the funeral home? Go home, man. And
Well,
I can't drive at night. So I can't come looking for him. But I'm gonna start sending people to get Carla said go home now.
just make sure you're in the kitchen where you belong. Um, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
You know why I don't buy your watch, right?
Nope.
There's a clock on the stove.
Yeah, okay. No, I don't have a since I moved, they gave me this old rinky dink stove. We don't have a clock now. My
Well,
clock
I
is
had to
on
get your
my
clock. You
microwave
got to
now.
get your clock on the stove. You and
My,
Rhonda, I got to make sure you and Rhonda have clocks on y'all stoves.
whatever. We'll go get me a new one.
Mm,
I'll
mm,
give me a
mm.
new one. But thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. This has been a wonderful Conversation. I don't know
It
what's wrong
has
with
been.
my watch. Remember, y'all support my son. And if y'all a pastor out there, you watching and you want a digital time capsule of your church, hit up Mr. Lamar Devante. His
Absolutely.
information will be posted when we post the link. And please watch the vid. Please watch the documentary. It's only 1 hour and 10 minutes. That's it. That's all. If you're a past member, bring your tissue because it is very good. And I am one proud mom of two children and a grandson. Very proud. My grandson FaceTimes me now, y'all. So y'all pray my strength in the Lord. He knows how to FaceTime me. So I'm surprised he didn't FaceTime me while we was on here. But I'm grateful. Yes.
Let me just say what I'm thankful for at the end of this year. Um, Aside from being thankful for the Lord and everything that He continues to do for me and my family and those around me, including you, um, I want to say a heartfelt thank you to the families who continue to go through Foucher's Hudson Funeral Home.
Mhm.
Without you, we are nothing. True enough, we have been around for 115 years now. I'm sorry, 110 years now. But I am extremely thankful for each and every family that comes through that door, entrusts me and our staff with your loved one. We love you. We will always be here for you. Anything that you need from us, let us know. For those of you who I have served who have my number, please keep in touch. You can call me anytime. I am here for you, and I mean that. Um, I'm thankful. Last but not least, I am thankful that as we close out 2025, I can look every Los Angeles Lakers fan in the eye and say, we have more championships than you, the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics. If you don't like it, it doesn't matter. You can't do anything about it. Stay down. Keep looking at us. We own you.
Ooh-wee.
Peace.
All right, y'all. We thank y'all for joining us. We are going to sign off now. Have a blessed evening and have a merry, merry Christmas and a happy new year.
And Carla, bang,
Yeah.
bang.
Niner gang.
Holla.
Bye. See y'all.